welcome to the Weekends Over podcast. We're back.
Special
Best
edition.
best week of sports going on. We just got the bracket reveal. We're going to talk about it. But first, Taylor, say hello.
What's up?
Max, say hello.
Hi.
Before we get
Ba-da-ba.
into it, we're going to just go over real quick our locks last week, our sneaks, and the records of the conference tournaments that we picked. So, Taylor, go ahead and just take it from here.
I really didn't think this would be a thing, but we all went pretty good on the conference tournaments. But just to do locks and sneaks, me and Alex went 2-0. So Iowa State money line hit, and then Oklahoma covers versus Georgia. So both those hit early on tournament games. Alex also hit Thunder over on the Celtics, and then Texas over with Vandy. That went pretty good. Texas had a good run. Max went 0-2. He fucking sucks.
Streak died badly.
Yeah, you got you
Last week it was one loss, and then now it's
Hey,
the streak is going the other way.
Colorado is a 16 seed, made it to Friday or
I've
their
lost twice
quarterfinals. Yeah,
I've lost twice on Colorado, picking against Colorado this year, and they fucked me both times. But every other games they sucked.
and then real quick before, because this doesn't mean anything anymore, but conference tourneys, me and Max went 6-2. We both missed. I missed on UConn winning the Big East. They lost in the semis, and Jack State lost to Liberty in the finals. Max also missed on Jack State losing to Liberty in the finals, and he also picked UAB to beat Memphis.
We all missed the Big Ten as well.
We. Oh shit! Did I
Yeah,
go?
nobody got Michigan.
1, 2.
So
Oh
you
yeah,
went-
I went 5-3. I'm stupid. I went 5-3. I finished in third. Max went. Oh,
Yeah, me too. Then
Okay, I'm an idiot. So you went 6-2, and me and him went 5-3. So I
Okay.
just didn't look at the Big Ten because I made a joke about us all whiffing on it, but because the other ones we all like, whether they finished lost in the semis or they lost in the finals, we were all around there. The Big Ten,
I was close. Maryland made it to semis.
yeah, I picked Illinois. I
I
don't know
had
why.
Michigan State. Michigan State was in the semis.
But we
right?
didn't. Yeah, not one of us had a team that made it to the finals. That was weird.
That was a weird. That was a weird tournament. Michigan and Wisconsin made it. No one really thought they would, because those both of them were.
I mean, not that it means anything for our, but so me and Max went 5-3. You went 6-2. We all hit on Yale, unfortunately. God bless America, making it to the NCAA tournament.
Mhm.
Florida won the SEC. We can get
We
into
all knew
that
that was gonna
if
happen.
you want to. Florida outright best team in the league right now. I mean, Florida fans don't understand what overall number one seed means, but they are the best team. But
They're the best team right now, but they are not deserving of the number one overall
They've lost
seed.
some games, and you
Yeah,
know
that was my point. That was my point. A
Yeah.
bunch of them got on like Twitter and the message boards were like, "Man, we beat Alabama and Auburn. Why are we not the overall number one? Auburn lost in the semifinals. How can they be the overall number
You
one?"
lost to
Bro,
Georgia 2 weeks ago.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It's a body of work.
Let's talk about the SEC tournament like a little bit. So obviously,
Real quick, I want to say something. This is how fucking bad the ACC was. Duke played with like two of their best players out and just like make a wish kid their way to the ACC tournament title. Fuck the ACC. And we're playing Louisville, so they'll probably beat us. But fuck the ACC. That's an indictment on the league. It's the reason the SEC got 14 teams. I mean, anyways,
That will never be done again. You know that, right?
No, I don't think so.
That'll never be done again.
Legit, the only two teams that didn't make it were LSU and South Carolina. They were like way under 500.
And
That's
South
crazy.
Carolina beat Clemson.
But let's talk about and South Carolina, as we get into the SEC tournament, almost made it to Thursday.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're good. I mean, I was just gonna say talk about the SEC tournament a little bit. All of our predictions. I mean, we got the four. I mean, it was just top four
Semifinals,
seeds.
yeah.
Yeah. I will say I did call Texas. I called their run. I said if we were gonna do one, that would be the ones I'd pick them over Vandy. I'd pick them over blah blah blah. And then I said over A&M. Yeah. So I was on that.
We
one.
And they
also-
played Tennessee decent. It wasn't like a complete blowout.
We also got to all pick Florida to make it to the championship.
We all knew
picked Florida to win it. Yeah.
I also said Oklahoma would beat Georgia. I got that one right.
Yeah, we argued on that one.
We did miss the Arkansas over Ole Miss, but Arkansas should have won. That was a horrible ending for them.
Yeah,
missed a layup, then missed 2 free throws.
I think their whole team got tired because they played with like 6 people.
Ole Miss,
Although Boogie Fland is coming back for the
Yep.
NCAA tournament, so they will have an
Ole
extra.
Miss went on a 6-0 run with 18 seconds left.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Alabama, Tennessee-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alabama. We'll talk about Auburn first. Auburn played Ole Miss close, but they took it
Played
at the
bad.
end.
They
Bro
played bad. They
saved the
played bad.
day. He stepped in and saved the day.
Who room? Yeah.
Broome did, yeah. I mean,
Bruce
that's
Sims.
what Auburn should have been done is feeding him the ball nonstop because, they couldn't stop him.
Yeah, and then and then the other quarterfinal that day, Tennessee beat Texas. Texas did stay in it. Florida beat the fuck out of Missouri. It wasn't even that close. They played with them with food, like it was their food. And then Alabama absolutely beat the motherfucking fuck out of Kentucky.
Mhm.
Like I thought it'd be the biggest blowout of the weekend, but then Florida kind of beat Alabama the same way.
uh
Although
we
at least you could believe Alabama could beat Florida. You never believed Kentucky could beat
Yeah.
Alabama. So it wasn't
we
the
had
same.
Kentucky's number this
What?
year. We were their kryptonite as like how Florida's our kryptonite. We're their kryptonite. Like we're
Yeah.
just a bad matchup for them
The Bermuda Triangle.
because they want to play fast, but we want to play fast and we play better. We play better than them when we're
Right.
doing it.
Yeah.
We'll go into
So
the next round. I mean, then Auburn,
the
obviously,
Tennessee. I thought Auburn Tennessee was legit, like a Final Four Elite Eight game.
is a good game.
I legit think the first half before Grant Nelson got hurt. So I know that changed after that, but before that, both games, different styles were both like versions of what you would see in the Elite Eight Final Four. Like Auburn Tennessee was 33-32 at halftime, but it was high paced, not high paced, but like it was elite
High
ball,
intensity. Yeah.
high intensity, and nobody was shooting really bad. Just like really good defense, really good offense. I mean, Zakai Ziegler had a really fucking good game. I mean, he kind of got one over on Broome. Broome decided to talk shit one time, and both their guards really did. The difference in that game was Auburn entered a stretch. I guess everybody will shocked to hear this. Wasn't the ref's fault. Auburn entered a stretch where they just decided to foul stupidly. Like not like foul and it was debatable. Like foul stupidly. Like Chad Baker went retarded mode and like we were grabbing and they got their free throws and they didn't miss them. And unfortunately, their guards were shooting their free throws and our two centers were shooting ours. Because our Denver Jones went 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Auburn was 13 of Denver. I mean, Broome and then Cardwell combined 6 of 14. That was the difference. Tennessee went
This
25
where
of
y'all lost is
27.
free
Yeah,
throws.
and Auburn also missed 3 threes at the end of the game to tie it.
Y'all had some good looks.
But Tennessee deserved to win that game. Credit to them. Ziegler and what's his name, Lanier, made some great shots early. And Todd Pettiford played just god awful. Like
Right.
he shot us out of the game. That's the first time he's ever done it, but 0 for 9, I believe. And while he was in the game at point guard, Tennessee went on a 13-1 run to go from down 4 to up.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. They ended up 11. Auburn made a good comeback. The refs were pretty bad down the stretch. I'd say this: the refs were pretty bad on Tennessee down the stretch. There was a couple calls, like they called a foul on where Brew missed a bunny and he got a foul call. Unless they're calling, and I guess unless they're trying to call like the earlier, like the contact before it. But even then, I don't really think he got touched. He just missed a bunny. He then also missed another bunny, and then he missed another bunny. Go ahead.
There were some calls earlier in the game that they missed for Auburn, so I wouldn't say the game wasn't officiating wise. I mean, a lot of those fouls that they were given to them were.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. The game was ruined by officials, but not by the sense of determine a winner. Just there was 55 free throws taken by two teams, but no, it was fairly called.
I will say CBM made a huge 3 for y'all that got y'all back in the game, which was nice. When he drove in, got contact, just backed up and just put it in his face. That was awesome.
He's kind of our guy because we take dumb shots and he makes dumb shots. I thought his last 3 was going in.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3 good looks. But yeah, I mean it was a good game. Florida Tennessee when both teams were healthy Florida, like Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, when both teams were healthy, were good games.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Florida kind of like went crazy at the end, but Florida would have beat the fuck out of anybody this weekend. And I actually like was glad Auburn wasn't playing Florida. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's cool. We'll
I
go
mean,
out
talking about
early.
Florida, we'll go ahead and just shift into Bama's game. Obviously, Bama, we got killed by Florida, but if you watch the first half, you'd been like, man, this is a great game. We played
40,
awesome.
47-45 at halftime.
Yeah, we're only down by 2, and I mean, we were shot for shot with them, running with them. I love the pace that we were playing with. We were getting them in transition, which what we need to do. We were making shots.
Can I
You
say
know,
this because I'm gonna let y'all get into it? I did not understand the officiating. So they were super sensitive on rebounding, but they were not sensitive on anything else. I don't know if y'all caught on to that. So like
Yeah.
you could bump into anybody or bump anybody and it wasn't a foul, or contest anything and it wasn't a foul, but they were super sensitive on calling. The only fouls they called I thought were on rebounds in the first
Yeah,
half at
a lot
least.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first half definitely. They called one on Clifford when he just got it. It wasn't a foul. He just got a rebound. They called a foul, and it was like what? But it was one of those games. The first half was a great first half. I thought we ended it badly with Phylon with 2 turnovers. That were stupid turnovers in
Phylon had a
transition when he
bad
could have
game.
slowed down a little bit. But even then, Grant Nelson in the first half, they couldn't stop Grant in transition. He was
Yeah.
dunking, putting nuts on people's head. And then
He
he
had
got
a
injured. I didn't see the injury. I don't think it was too serious. I think he probably just got a bone bruise or bumped his knee against somebody's or something. And safer call to just leave him out and save him for the tournament. But and in the second half, they go on a 17-2 run, and we can't make a shot. We start taking bad shot, and once that happens, it was over. We're not coming back from that.
We were trying to make
nor do
plays
you
to get points, man.
nor do you really care that much to come back.
No, it's not. Like you could tell from Auburn and Alabama watching both games. They were disappointed to lose, but they weren't like
Get to some,
they weren't
their
bummed
goal
out. They were like
their
they
goal.
understand they have bigger goals than this. They're playing two teams that were, Final Four caliber teams. And you won't see a team like that until the Elite Eight probably. So
Both teams, I think, goal was to win the first game.
yeah.
Just play on semifinal Saturday, and then nobody wants. They don't even look at Sunday anyway. So who gives a fuck? So apparently
One takeaway from this is like obviously that Bama Florida game didn't go the way I wanted it, and I think even if Grant stays in the game, I still think we probably lose to Florida anyways. They
they're
started playing
bad.
They
great,
didn't make
and
enough threes. We missed too
yeah,
many wide open threes. I think to
Mark
beat
Sears
Florida,
has to make something.
we
They're a
got to
bad.
make at least 15 threes.
They're a bad matchup for y'all because they play your style, but they defend your style
Yeah.
way better than y'all stuff. And y'all are not a bad defensive team, but
Their
they're
rim
like,
protection is elite. I mean, their two centers
nah, what are they?
are
Seven?
both elite, man.
They're a top 7 Kim Pom defense. Good to go with their third rank.
We
They passed y'all on offense, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
we
So
want to
you're at
drive it,
third.
and we want to be able to get some fouls, but they protect the rim without fouling us, or they
I mean, they
protect it
got
without getting
so
called
many.
for fouls at
They got
least.
so many big men. I don't. Yeah. Well, I would just say if both of us saying they're not getting called for fouls, then they're probably not fouling.
That's why I think Darion Reed is such a big piece to Alabama. It comes to playing against Florida. If he's healthy, he's another 6'8", 6'9" guy down there that provides length. I mean, he's not as tall as those
Reitzel,
guys, but and Reitzel being out is so big.
Reitzel would have been big in that game because they got 3 guards that are about Reitzel's size.
Yeah, and
See, that's the other problem because like Mark Sears just gets. I don't want to say like this because I'm not. He's an All-American. He gets exposed when he plays Florida in the sense of
yeah,
like they expose his weaknesses, not that he gets exposed for being not what he is. Honest to God, a lot of Auburn's players get exposed when they play Florida, just like because like. And then I also don't think Sears was shooting that great. I mean,
he
y'all could have
didn't.
played
He couldn't shoot at all.
Mm-mm.
yeah, no.
He
He
We're
was.
missed
gonna
a
be
bunch of open threes. He missed. I know in the first half he missed
Ah,
like 3 wide open ones.
here's what I say: we're spending way too much time on games that. Now, Alex has a hot take on every time I say this in our group text. Meaningless.
I hate saying it's meaningless because it's
Why do you
never.
hate? I mean, but do you not think that game in the end was meaningless?
So I mean,
You weren't passing them for the 1 seed, even if you beat them.
let me say this. As a athlete, I know we're all athletes here, but when
Oh,
you
bro. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm saying this like there's never really a meaningless game as like an athlete because you always want to win. I understand what you're saying is like nothing really would have happened if we win. It's not like we would have been a 1 seed. What's the difference between a 1 seed and 2 seed? A little bit, but every
I would
player
rather
goes
be a
in
2 seed right now,
every
looking at the bracket.
every
You would
team
have still been a
every guy
2 seed.
goes in there wants they want to win the game. I understand what you're saying by it, but I just don't necessarily think like once someone's like down, they're allowed by like 15 or it doesn't really matter.
I will say that if y'all would have won, you would have beat Tennessee. So
Well,
there.
I was
So
looking at it as the get back tour. You know, we beat Auburn and then we get Florida back and then we got a chance to get Tennessee back. But
yeah,
no, Florida's too good.
Florida's playing like. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but they're playing like the best.
Obviously,
I hope they get upset early on. That would make me so
They do
happy.
have to play UConn. That
I
is
know
like
that's interesting.
Dan Hurley's gonna go around and go, my ring, my fucking ring.
so before we go ahead and get to the bracket,
Let's talk about
Florida beat Tennessee, so that happened.
and Tennessee
Tennessee played
played
well.
okay. Tennessee played okay, like really well. And Florida every time Tennessee got close, I watched it. Like Florida would make a ridiculous shot. So it is what it is.
Clayton against Bama, Clayton made some threes. I was just like, come on, man.
Okay, so can we go to the
Can't
bubble
do
game?
anything about it.
Yeah, Walter Clayton was huge, and
Dude, Walter, I do have. I will say this because it means it should mean a
he's
lot
X
coming from
factor.
somebody. No, but if he would have played like this starting a month and a half ago, he'd probably be player of the year over Flag or Broom. Like he is legit Flag Broom. It took him like a lot long. Like I'm dead serious. If he would play like this for 2 months, it wouldn't even be close. He'd be player of the year. He's so fucking good.
It's his defense. He's great on defense. Like he just is a brick wall. Like when
And he
obviously
makes crazy three. I mean, he's money from three.
and
That
even like you
pass he
saw that
had,
play with the pass, but the play with Phylon when Phylon's going in to drive, he just Phylon goes up
Takes
there, he
it from
just
him.
grabbed it both hands and just started dribbling. But
I mean, he's a cheat code.
let's go into bubble talk. So
Fuck North Carolina getting in.
yeah, so North Carolina made it. 1
Why?
in 12, quad 1.
Hey, by the way, that dude is fucking a dumbass for the lane violation he got against Duke. That's
Oh
the
my gosh.
This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever
And he
seen.
made the free throw too.
And he's like trying to fake out, like he's doing like the fake out. He's not even trying to get position. So, do you think North Carolina should got in over West Virginia, or what was the? I'm gonna pull it up.
Indiana.
What was? I'm gonna pull up the last.
Indiana's gonna play in.
No, Indiana's out.
Really?
So
I thought Indiana should
Boise
have got
State's
in.
out as well.
Boise-
Xavier made it.
I feel less bad for them. Okay, so this is the official last four in Texas, Xavier, and in this order, the last team is last. So Texas, Xavier, San Diego State, and North Carolina were the last teams in the tournament. The first team out of the tournament was West Virginia. The second team out of the tournament was Indiana. Ohio State, I don't understand this at all, was the third team out of the tournament. And Boise State was the fourth team out of the tournament.
I think West Virginia's loss against Colorado was horrible for them.
If
they win that game, they're in.
They honestly deserve to lose. So, but here's my argument on that. At that point, just put fucking UC Irvine in. Don't put North Carolina in.
Yeah.
I hate dude, North Carolina 1-12 again. 1-12 in quad 1 games. 1-12. I mean, their AD leads the committee. Maybe that's why they got in.
I mean, he's the reason they made it. And it's very, like I said, North Carolina shouldn't be in it. I thought if anything, obviously West Virginia had a bad loss, but their schedule spoke for itself. They played some tough games, and I think they played their way in. But also, I mean,
does anybody have a problem with Xavier getting in? I do.
I don't think so. I think they're fine.
Didn't they beat somebody good?
Xavier played Marquette, had the chance to beat him, blew a 14-point lead in the quarterfinals of their tournament.
I think they did right by if they're going to put North Carolina in, they had to put Texas in. So
yeah, I do agree with that. I got 100% agree with that. So if you're going to put, and I actually think Texas deserves it more than North Carolina.
Definitely.
They beat Texas A&M. They played themselves in. I think
that was a great game. that's a great game. Their coach is still going to get fired.
Well, they're probably gonna get
He's a fucking idiot. How how do you go? I don't care. Like I'm not telling you to go like Auburn, Alabama record this year, but there's no way with that talent they shouldn't be at least 10-8 like Ole Miss was. You're gonna tell me like Ole Miss has got more talent than Texas?
He's not gonna get fired unless they can get someone a lot better.
The rumor is they got to make the Sweet 16.
Okay.
But that's the. Does anybody else want to talk about anything else? Like that's the last.
Wouldn't say anything but 14 SEC teams. We did do that.
I was gonna say North Carolina's gonna be in when they're on the fringe like that because they're North Carolina, one of the bigger brands in college basketball. They're gonna get the benefit of the doubt. I disagree with it, but I think that's what it is.
Let me say this and clip it because I have a feeling they're in that 11. They're 11. They're in the 11th seed.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to play against Xavier. Typically in the tournament, there's always like not a big name, but a team that's good named 11 seed play in. They get in and they win some games. I wouldn't be surprised if it was North Carolina because that's just how stuff turns out sometimes.
Yeah, they have some talent, no doubt.
Here's my problem with
look at their matchup.
They would play Ole Miss.
They're not beating Ole Miss, I don't think.
I don't think that's a bad matchup. I don't. I think Ole Miss has been prone to have some bad games. And
no, I'm agreeing with you. That's why there's a problem. They're playing Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I wish they were playing a better 6 seed.
Yeah. Excuse me, UNC is not playing Xavier. They're playing San Diego State. So.
Xavier and Texas are playing. Do you think? Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say.
When do the games begin?
Tuesday.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So the play-ins Tuesday, Wednesday. If your bracket's Thursday bracket, then you play on Tuesday. If your bracket's say Friday bracket, you play on Wednesday. But so Tuesday is the first 4. I was gonna say something, but I forgot it. So we'll just carry on. But I kind of thought, here's what I was gonna say. I thought if they're gonna bullshit North Carolina's way in, they would put Indiana in so they could do a first 4 of North Carolina versus Indiana. Well, they probably should have done that if they were gonna do what they did.
I agree.
Would anybody be like crying right now? Or Xavier didn't make it in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like,
San Diego State, would they win their conference?
No. They lost Colorado State won the.
Oh, excuse me, it was Colorado State.
It was a bid.
Colorado State was bid still, yeah.
Boise State did not end up making. Boise State lost in the finals and did not make it, but San Diego State did win the regular season, so they got the priority over Boise State, even though they made it further. Mm-hmm. But
I'm gonna share my screen and
it's bracket time. This is like first of like 3 episodes, by the way. We're recording. I don't know when we're gonna post them, but
are we gonna go three in a row?
Well, we're gonna record 3 in a row. I don't know when we're posting them because I leave Wednesday at noon.
Y'all see it?
Where you're going?
Yeah, I'm going to Lexington.
Atlanta or Lexington?
Yeah, I gotta leave Wednesday. We play at like noon on Thursday, so we're getting there Wednesday. Luckily, we already had our hotel booked earlier, so we just bought our tickets.
Y'all see this, right?
Yeah, I see everything.
All right, so we're gonna do how we've always done our brackets.
Alabama State, the Final Four.
2 out of 3, and then everyone gets 1 veto. And this is gonna be the first one. We also made a group on the ESPN Tournament Challenge app. It's called The Weekends Over. It's free. We don't have any prizes, but it'll just be fun to see who wins.
If you can beat us, we'll fucking kill you in this shit. Look at our records. Look at our stats.
I'll show you again once we finish this.
Now this is we are going to take this a lot more serious than we normally have because this is our.
I think our first bracket had Alabama Auburn in the finals.
This is our joint bracket, so like this will be on here, and then if anybody else join, if not, it'd just be 4 of us. But we'll have our joint bracket and then our 3 individual brackets. We will do that on the next video, but like that'll be in there. So y'all join us. Try to beat us.
I will say, boys, if we make the perfect bracket, all 3 of us, that will be what makes our podcast blow up. So let's do this.
We'll be just a strictly college basketball podcast from now on.
No, because what will happen is it'll blow up and then they'll go cancel me or Max for some bullshit we said.
They'll go full fast.
We'll have to start a new website, a new site and delete everything else.
They'll see
Like,
us talking about.
remember what Taylor said on October 5th when y'all were talking, like
They'll see us saying what was Steve Kerr's son's name, and then it'll be
yeah,
over.
yeah. Go ahead. All right, let's get into it.
We'll start over here. Do y'all just want to go region by region?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do South first.
All right.
Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn here. Auburn right here. I don't have anything to add yet. I will on the 8-9 game because it is. So to me, I think Creighton's a better team, but I think Creighton got fucked with Louisville being home team. So I'm gonna pick Louisville.
Okay, Max.
Give me Creighton. They're a better team.
So
I wouldn't
it's not.
argue
It
with
doesn't let me pull up the preview right here for some reason. When I do it, it hasn't been working. It
It
hasn't
does.
been
it.
loading.
It just pulled up. Oh, it says something's wrong.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it on my phone. Obviously, Creighton has Cockburner, and he's the best player on the court. And I think they do have some better wins than Louisville. I'm looking at it. Louisville's beaten Kansas. Excuse me. Louisville's their best win is against Clemson. They played Duke and lost by 11 each time, as opposed to Creighton.
Without Malik Brown and Cooper Flag the last time.
Creighton's beaten Kansas. They lost to Alabama. They beat UConn. They beat Marquette, and they actually swept UConn this year.
They beat UConn twice.
They beat him. Yeah, because they early had to do the ring thing.
So I'm actually cool with Creighton. I think that's obviously people were talking about the Louisville having the Lexington second round with Auburn. I don't think it happens. I think Creighton's better, and Creighton actually did do good in their tournament as well.
By the way, no Auburn fan can bitch about this because we got to play Houston in Birmingham 2 years ago as an 8-9. So like we legit we can't bitch, and I get it. I get it overall number, but we legit did this a couple years ago. So it just is what it is. Like you just have to know, like you're probably gonna get you know.
Yep. Now, okay, this one is
holy
a fun
shit.
one.
This is not my favorite 5-12, 4-13. That just shows how much. There's another one that involves Clemson, but this one right here.
If Michigan didn't win the tournament, I would be all over this now. I would have been all over it. But Michigan won the Big Ten. So,
hey, Auburn won the
do y'all
SEC.
know the spread for this right now?
No.
Plus 2.5.
For Michigan is plus 2? Or
no, for UC San Diego.
So UC San Diego should be a 10 seed. So there's the first thing. Here's what I'll say about this. This was clearly made on Friday because they thought Purdue was going to beat Michigan. Somebody tell me I'm wrong on that. Like, go look at Purdue's matchup. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was made. This shows you the conference tournaments just really don't fucking matter because this was made before Michigan made their run. This is a terrible fucking matchup for Michigan. They don't score. They don't score. UC San Diego does. Like
UC San Diego, they're one of those teams that put up the three. So I'm looking at their stats right now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm picking UC San Diego in this. I'll let y'all go after that, but I'm picking UC San Diego in this.
UC San Diego. I'm going with them. That's an upset right there.
Half their shots are 3-pointers, and they shoot 36% from the three.
It's a terrible match. Michigan has won 3 games this year, like 50-49.
And they have a San Diego has the Big West Player of the Year. And you'll also get to see maybe a Joker. I don't know his name. I can't find it.
I know who you're talking about. This is an awful matchup for Michigan. You know what this feels like? It feels like Auburn Yale, like last year. Like team won it, but then they get this awful matchup. Ironically, we're about to talk about Yale.
Well, so I do hate this though, because this is definitely going to be the most popular picked ones. But I do actually like the matchup. So
I actually think I think McNeese State Clemson is probably more popular. Even though I think UC San Diego is better than McNeese. But there's that.
So
this is fucked. This is a fucked matchup for Texas A&M. So the first thing somebody's gonna say is A&M's too physical to beat Yale. Like Auburn wasn't physical enough. Yale has gotten more physical this year. This is a fucked matchup for Texas A&M. Listen, I understand that this is like maybe seem too like upsetty, but I'm picking Yale here.
So the one thing that obviously Texas A&M has a great defense.
Hey, real quick. live. This is ESPN. This for that live national title odds. The 5 teams to win it right now: Duke plus 300, Florida plus 400, Auburn plus 5, uh, Houston plus 800, and then Alabama 18-1. Those are the 5 best odds to win national title.
Gotcha.
They just put them out.
A&M's great defense. What Yale does on defense is Yale's a pretty balanced team, but what Yale does on defense is they pack the inside and they make you shoot threes.
That's what A&M does.
So
it's the same matchup.
Interesting.
It's
also,
the same.
Yale's really good at getting offensive rebounds, and they don't turn the ball over a lot. The one thing I do worry about,
A&M turns the ball over, but they're good at getting offensive rebounds. So that's the difference. I'm telling you, that's the difference.
So the one thing I'm going to say is, back-to-back years, Yale does it. I don't like the odds of that, so I'm actually going with Texas A&M.
I'm going with A&M too. I don't.
Okay.
I think it wouldn't surprise me if Yale did it, but yeah, the fact that A&M, I mean Yale beating Auburn and A&M back-to-back years is just like, I don't know.
Yale is better. Yale is better this year than they were last year.
I have a other 13/4 that I like better than that one.
I do think we're going to disagree here. I do think there will be a 13-12 matchup in the second round this year.
Yes. Ole Miss, first of all, San Diego State.
This
UNC,
is awful.
I'm going to go UNC.
This is awful for Ole Miss. I'm also going UNC. This is just not fair.
And then I'm going Max. It's UNC.
Do you want to veto it?
Veto Ole Miss.
God,
they go to the round of 32.
God
Give them that.
Fuck.
Give them that.
Okay, then we're gonna have to go with the other 11 seed because it's.
Hey, by the way, real quick.
Chris Beard's a great coach. So,
but we got veto. There's nothing more we can say.
They play great defense. Get them in there.
This Iowa State Lipscomb game. I know I'm taking Alex's job, and I'll stop. But
you're fine.
This will be a game Iowa State wins, but it's the one where the 14 stays in it a lot longer than they should. Because Iowa State's second leading scorer, they're still not he's officially not come back for the rest of the year. It's unfortunate for them because they were really good when they were at full strength, but they just have kind of lost it. I expect Iowa State to win, but I expect Lipscomb to stay in the game pretty much all game. Whatever the line is on this game, if I was betting it, I would take Lipscomb probably because it's probably a big line.
Iowa State.
Iowa State too. Yeah, I'm taking Iowa State too.
Lipscomb does shoot the three really good. I'll probably go Iowa State. So y'all don't know this about me, but I make 25 brackets a year. I do every single bracket that I can make, and just I say the odds are building. I say the odds are in my favor. The more brackets I make, eventually, I'm gonna cut the odds down, and I'm gonna make the one perfect bracket out of my 500th one. And Lipscomb actually has a really good chance. Iowa State's one of their leading scorers out, like Taylor just said. Lipscomb, everyone on their team shoots the three. And that's typically one of those things that you want to look for if you're going to look for a team to upset. I don't think it'll happen, but if one of my brackets is going to be there.
I will say this: Iowa State's problem when they played Auburn, I can only say what they did is they packed it inside and they weren't going to let us drive to the basket, but they could not defend threes. So that could absolutely be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. So I thought this matchup right here would be Auburn's 8-9, and then Louisville. Creighton would be 7-10. But this is another really close matchup. Give me New Mexico, though, because Marquette doesn't have any interior defense. And Marquette has no interior defense, so give me New Mexico. Because they do have a couple guys that can make inside.
I'm going to take Marquette. I don't like Marquette, but I just think they have some talent that I know New Mexico is pretty good, but
Alex is again.
Marquette's played in some battles this year. They lost some games, but
if you're listening to any of us for betting advice, listen to Alex because he's actually the one that's looking at stats. Me and Max are going on our guts, which are not
interesting because Lobos they have a really good defense, and Marquette's been struggling some. But I like the battle testedness. Marquette's played St. John's a couple times. New Mexico, they haven't played that many good teams. I'm looking at they beat UCLA, they beat VCU. Their best win is probably UCLA. They played St. John's, lost by 14. They lost to Boise State. They lost to San Diego State. I'm going Marquette. They have what's his name too. Cam Jones, and he's been really good. So
we're going 3-state favorite. Okay.
Michigan State, we don't got to talk about that one, do we?
Veto. I'm gonna go ahead and use my veto. New Mexico. Actually, you know what? No. Like, not just to be a smartass, but I want to save it because I'm trying to make us a good bracket. Because I don't think any one of these teams is going past the second round, anyways, so it doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a dumb veto.
Now that I'll save it for later. Max's veto is affecting my choice for another game. So
yeah, well, me too, kind of.
Do y'all want to go? Do y'all want to go to East now?
We're doing it. We're gonna do all four. We're gonna do all four 1 seeds. Let's take our time on these boys. Long.
Mississippi State and Baylor. So,
God bless Mississippi State, I guess.
I think that's a horrible matchup.
I think both are playing awful. Would you agree on that?
I do agree. Baylor did a little bit better. Well, obviously Mississippi State won the tournament game. Baylor won some tournament games. They actually played Iowa State close. I'm actually gonna go Baylor.
You know what? I actually will not argue on that. I'm gonna go Baylor with you. These are two teams scuffling.
It's gonna be a great game. 100%.
Baylor can play defense, and Mississippi State can't play defense. I think that might be the difference in the game. So I go Baylor. So
Mississippi State.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I know, but it will matter when it happens.
Why don't you veto an 8-9 game? I'm pretty sure me and Alex both had UNC going to the Sweet 16.
Well,
did we not?
I won't allow it.
Okay.
I will not allow it. They should not be in this, so I won't allow it.
I don't think they should be in it either, but fuck.
Oregon, Liberty, Oregon's been playing a lot better.
Oregon's not a bad team.
Is Taylor frozen?
I think Taylor's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Text him and we'll just continue.
Yeah, Baylor's really good. Oregon's really good. They've been playing a lot better. They had a close game against USC in the finals, but he said he's back.
He might need to.
He's about to rejoin. He's coming back.
My internet cut out for a second.
You're back.
You're good.
But I'm gonna go Oregon for this one. I don't like the matchup for Liberty.
Oregon as well. Yep.
Oregon.
I haven't really. This is my first bracket that I've done, so I haven't really looked too much into some of these teams like I'm going to. But ooh, okay. I'm looking at Liberty right now. Liberty's beat Kansas State and McNeese this year, and Middle Tennessee. So interesting. I still like Oregon though. So
Akron's really good in this next matchup. These are some good 12-13s.
So when I said I like another 13 upset better, I like this one. I like Akron. Akron has a really good offense, and typical with Arizona, it seems like you can't trust them in March. So I'm actually going with Akron here.
I like this too.
I think they're going to beat Arizona. Arizona has been playing better as of recently, but I think that can fizzle out, and I think Akron can do it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what Mag says at this point.
Arizona.
BYU versus VCU. So this is a great matchup that they did here. So one thing that BYU does want to do is they want to shoot the 3-ball well, but VCU, one of the things that they're best at is actually defending the 3. So it's going to be really who wins over on that side of the ball. I'm going to go with BYU. They've been really hot, and I think they're just probably a little bit better than VCU, but I could definitely see VCU winning this game. It would not surprise me if they did, but I'm going to go with BYU.
I like BYU too. BYU's really good at what they do, like you said, Alex.
BYU.
And Wisconsin for me. I don't really have much to say about
the Jokers.
They're the Jokers. No comment, Max?
Nope. They're a bit joking.
Okay.
Wisconsin versus Montana.
Wisconsin.
Can y'all tell me Montana's leading scorer's name?
Diego Pavia.
His name is Money Williams.
I feel like I went to school with him.
I think Wisconsin's gonna win. Montana's played.
Past Wisconsin teams would struggle, but they score now, so no.
The Montana's played Oregon, Tennessee, and they lost by 30 against both of them. So I think Wisconsin handles business. But Monty Williams is a cool name.
I just really think Robert Morris gets out of this bracket. I'm fucking with you. St. Mary's. There's an awful matchup for Vanderbilt.
I agree.
Because they're gonna have to play defense, which is something they don't do.
They're gonna play defense, and St. Mary's has some big guys. Obviously, Vandy has one of the if not the smallest starting five in the tournament. Besides some of these smaller schools.
Are we gonna go all the way back up, or we're gonna go
we'll
reverse?
Go down.
We're gonna reverse, or go all the way back up.
We're gonna go down.
So we're gonna start with Alabama, or we not?
We're gonna after this. We're gonna go down here and.
Fuck! I'm an idiot. Keep going now. Okay.
Max, do you want? I mean, you can't do anything about said St. Mary's.
Let me go first this time so I can have a say. I think Alabama's going to
win. Nobody cares.
I agree.
Robert Morris in 7. Just kidding. Alabama. Alabama went and setting up a really good, interesting, styles matchup. Not necessarily like a close game, but like a cool matchup in the second round that we'll get to in about an hour probably. But
it won't be an hour, but it'll be.
Let's run through these real quick.
Max, I mean, you can go first. UConn, Oklahoma.
But Norfolk State is beating Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That would actually be the greatest upset. Yeah, UConn. I do like the matchup for Oklahoma, but UConn sucks. I mean, Oklahoma sucks.
They both suck, but
no,
UConn sucks worse. I mean, Oklahoma sucks worse.
If you say that, Hurley's gonna come on here and tell you how many rings he's had. Memphis beats Colorado State. I do have Grand Canyon beating Maryland. I don't know if anybody else
Memphis
does.
And Colorado State. If you look at Colorado State, I know their schedule and their whoever they're playing, but they're like top 20 in BPI and by the metrics right now in the past couple of weeks. They've been playing really good. And Memphis has been playing a lot of close games. But do y'all both say Memphis?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know shit.
I like Maryland versus Grand Canyon.
I like Grand Canyon. They're gonna fucking win a first round game finally.
They're not beating
Maryland.
Maryland kind of been sucking.
Maryland could be a Final Four team, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Maryland has not been sucking. They played a close game against the eventual champions of the Big Ten.
If you go on Auburn Twitter, that means it's fucking you're sucking. So I don't know. I'm just basing off on Auburn's results.
Missouri versus Drake. So obviously Missouri wants to play really fast and Drake wants to play really slow. Both of these teams want to get to the free throw line though, and I think it's going to be
just say Texas Tech.
Whoever gets there more. Drake is always super popular for an upset pick, and it never happens. I'm gonna go with Missouri.
Go ahead, Max.
What are y'all laughing at?
I was gonna pick Drake, but it's not worth it.
Sorry,
I was laughing at you.
So here's no, he's laughing at me. Here's the thing. I was gonna pick Drake, but none of them are getting past Texas Tech anyways. So that's a sneak peek for later in the video. But
Texas Tech. We all pick Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
I'm gonna go Kansas.
This is fun. I think so many people are gonna pick Arkansas that I'm picking Kansas.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hey, Boogie Fland is playing in this game.
Y'all are gonna regret this pick.
Go back. Hold on a second, Alex. Let's talk about it. Boogie Fland is playing for Arkansas in this game.
I think Kansas will win. I think they're just going to. I think
Hunter my Dix Inherson is a really good player. He's older than CBM. They started back in the 30s.
When America was great?
Yeah. All right, we're on to round 2, aren't we?
No, we got Houston over here. We got Midwest.
Fuck me, bro.
We got this is the fun one.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is the bracket of death, I think.
Mm-hmm. Gonzaga, Georgia.
Oh, I like Gonzaga because It's unfortunate for Georgia, but this is a top 10 Ken Palm team. I get it.
Gonzaga.
I get it. But I can't lie and say in our group message that I haven't been like begging for Gonzaga not to be Auburn's 8.
I said I wasn't worried about Gonzaga as an Alabama fan, but I am so happy they're not in our bracket. I'll say that.
Same. I was praying for it.
It's a top 10 team, bro. Ken Palm don't lie, bro. Ken Palmery don't lie. This is what I was talking about, Alex. This 5-12, 4-13 is fucking electric.
Yeah, I like McNeese.
Give me McNeese.
I like High Point, but that's a different conversation.
Give me a High Point too. This
is my 13-12. High Point, McNeese in the 5-12. I actually like Clemson more than I like Purdue. So if we're gonna pick a favorite, I would rather pick Clemson than I would Purdue.
So
I want to hear your thoughts though.
High Point is a really good offensively, and I know Purdue has a great. They have probably the best guard in the country, but they do. High Point scores a lot, so I could see it. I would not be opposed to going with it if y'all think High Point. I mean, I would.
We're just trying to make our bracket look good. So you know there is a 13-12. You get what I'm saying?
I'm cool with High Point.
Oh yeah, cool. I feel like Clemson McNeese is a lot harder pick than Purdue High Point.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all way off? Am I way off on saying that? Like I feel like Clemson has a way better chance of beating McNeese than Purdue does beating High Point.
From past, you gotta pick some upsets, and these upsets make the most sense. So
no, I agree. I'm just saying, like, if like on the scale though, like it seems like we were just all jumping on McNeese to beat Clemson. I was more resilient to pick Clemson.
No, we played McNeese earlier this year, and they were really good.
They're a good team.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, if I got a gun to my head and say you got to veto one of them and your life depends on it, I'm vetoing Clemson, not Purdue beating High Point.
No, I'd veto Purdue High Point before that one because I've seen McNeese and Will Wade. I mean, their team is good. They are a little bit short on the rotation.
Clemson's better than Purdue.
I get, but McNeese is better than High Point.
Not by that much, but it doesn't matter because we've agreed on this. Texas.
I don't know.
Trey Johnson. Texas kind of figuring it out, bro. An 11 seed always makes a run. And we're not picking UNC, so this is my 11 seed that I'm going with.
We didn't have.
No,
yeah, we don't have one. Oh man, okay, we don't have 111.
Yeah, we gotta pick an 11 to make a run.
Okay,
and I'm picking.
I'm saying Xavier.
God bless Max. Xavier shouldn't even be in the fucking tournament.
Neither should Texas.
Texas has a draft pick, 2 draft
picks
in
a regular year.
I'll go with either of them to beat Illinois.
Who are you picking?
I would probably go Texas.
Thank you. I don't have to use my veto.
You already did, didn't you? No,
No, I thought about using it, but I didn't.
I haven't used mine either, have I?
No, I'm saving it. I'm really not trying.
Kentucky?
Nah,
but it might be.
Troy is hot though right now.
It will be close at halftime.
Yeah,
43-35 at halftime. That's my prediction.
UCLA, Utah State.
I don't know. Somebody, y'all are gonna Alex, you're gonna have to help me on this one.
UCLA.
I like UCLA. They've got a good defense.
Okay, UCLA, Tennessee, Tennessee in the second round.
Now we're back to the top.
Do we go? Are we just gonna go back to Auburn? Okay,
we're gonna go
ahead. Y'all go first.
Auburn.
Max.
Auburn.
Okay, Auburn. I think Auburn's on a mission to at least make the second weekend. I think they're.
Yeah.
After that, I don't know, but we'll see how the matchups fall.
UC San Diego or A&M?
Wow. Wow, this is fucking crazy.
Max, you go first.
What 12 seed? This is a group combo. What 12 seed do we think has a better shot of making it? UC San Diego or McNeese State? Because I know we're gonna pick one.
Give me A&M.
I'm going A&M.
I am too. I think McNeese is better than UC San Diego, or not necessarily better, but they have a better chance.
Better matchup. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. I hate that for Auburn. I hope UC San Diego wins.
Ole Miss or Iowa State?
Ole Miss.
I was gonna go Ole Miss as well, actually.
Ole Miss.
If we're gonna run with it, I don't like Iowa State. Like my whole point of picking North Carolina was I didn't like Iowa State. Like that was more.
Yeah, exactly.
It was not an indictment on Ole Miss. It was
Marquette, Michigan State.
Michigan State. Yeah.
Michigan State.
Marquette doesn't play the defense to get this deep. They don't even play the defense to get that deep. Keep going down.
You want to go down?
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Go.
I was gonna go. Yeah, we're here
go
now.
up. Duke, Cooper Flag. He probably plays in this game. He probably didn't play in the first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, watch out for Akron.
I like Oregon still.
I do like
Oregon.
Oregon.
I like Oregon.
Oregon still.
I think Oregon could beat Duke.
I kind of feel like those should be flipped. Like Auburn should have got Oregon and Duke should be playing Texas A&M, but that's okay. Fuck the committee.
Okay.
BYU. Mormons.
I like BYU.
Mormons in 7.
I'll say Wisconsin.
I like BYU in Houston. They've been playing really good recently in Wisconsin. I mean, they did play good in the Big Ten, but I think they don't play defense, so I think BYU will be able to outscore them. But it could be that would be a close game.
I'm gonna like Duke go first and let y'all talk, but I like Alabama, but I feel like this will be a cool game just because you don't see these styles interact too much. But Alabama eventually pulls away. But St. Mary's for like I don't know, the first quarter and a half will keep this one close just because of the style.
So the thing I like about this game is for Alabama, obviously I'm going to pick Alabama. St. Mary's going to keep it slow paced, and I think no matter what, it's going to be close. But the problem is, I think we're able to go on a run, and once we get on the run, they play so slow. It's going to be hard for them to get back into the game, and I think that's why I'm going to go with Bama here.
Bama.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like Bama's challenge will come with that game.
BYU will be a tough game.
That's a terrible matchup, actually.
2 6-2s right there. That's interesting.
Yep, I like that.
Florida, UConn.
Florida.
I agree. I hope they beat the shit out of UConn. I hope they do it. I hope they just.
Hurley gets like teed up or ejected in that game. Maryland, I guess, in that.
Maryland.
Yeah, I don't like Memphis. They've been playing a lot of close games.
Texas Tech. This is gonna be more chalk.
Yeah, Texas Tech.
This will be the chalk side. Like it just is. St. John's. Gonzaga. Low key. Houston. But low key, this might be. Do we think that this could be the closest 1-8 or like second round game for the 1 seed? Or do you think Auburn Creighton's closer?
No, probably that one.
Closer.
It's probably between Auburn and Creighton or that one, if we're being honest. So
Houston. McNeese.
But we need to get McNeese. Yeah, McNeese. Fuck me. Houston shouldn't have got that.
Texas, Kentucky.
Texas.
Kentucky.
Texas beat Kentucky already.
Give me the Cats.
I legit might veto this.
You do it because
Texas veto.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Wait, you don't need to veto it. I'm gonna go Texas too.
Okay, cool then. You're saving my veto.
I'm stupid.
Tennessee. I don't want to say UCLA. I was thinking like I didn't even mean that. Tennessee.
UCLA.
Don't do it, Alex.
UCLA. Tennessee.
Get them out of there. Offense can't score. They have a game.
That's fine. We need some like 7-11. That's a cool like realistic matchup. You shouldn't have chalk. We're on to the Sweet 16. Auburn gets their revenge.
I agree.
It's in Atlanta too. Michigan. Fuck, I hate doing it. Fuck, I hate this.
This one's a lot closer, but I'm gonna go Michigan State.
I hate that being. We do not need another 1-2. But okay, we do not need another 1-2. Or at least we can do only one more.
I think for our brackets and your bracket, Bama and Auburn's bracket, it's much more likely for 1-2s to be there.
I know. BYU, Alabama.
Bama.
I said we're gonna win. I could see us losing that one. Taylor, do not use your veto here because I will use my veto to veto your veto.
That's why I might do it. Let's get realistic. BYU.
I mean, me and Max both picked Bama, so
we'll get realistic next round.
Yeah, next round.
All right, that's fine. Fuck. Oh fuck. Can we do the bottom 2 matchups? Put Houston in because like that. Like let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Let's do those 2 first, and then get me up to that.
We're gonna take Florida to win the whole thing, right? Though.
This is our. I think so.
Are we gonna have 4 1 seeds?
No, we cannot have 4 1 seeds. This is my problem with
Hey,
this bullshit.
St. John's could beat Florida.
No, I'm
Or Texas
picking.
Tech. I think Texas Tech St. John's is a good matchup for Florida.
I'm picking Texas Tech to beat. No, because this is where it gets fucked. Houston would be the 1 seed I'd want to pick to lose, but we picked Clemson and fucking Purdue to lose. Do you want to go back and pick Purdue?
We already made it this far. There's no going back.
All you do is click it, but okay.
Give me St. John's.
Texas Tech.
Next.
Texas Tech.
Thank you.
Veto. Yeah. There you go.
Fuck off, bro. You got 3-1-2. That's 3, Alex. That is 3-1-2.
You're forgetting about Toppin though. Toppin be Toppin.
That's
Getting
3.
Toppin.
That is 3-1. That is 3-1-2 matchups, Alex.
Tough. Texas versus UCLA.
Texas.
UCLA.
Give me Texas.
Jump
Actually,
shark.
no. Give me UCLA.
Fine.
Texas ain't going to Elite 8. Get the fuck out of here.
We're gonna have a 1-2, 1-2, 1-7.
Yeah.
Duke.
Alabama, just because y'all both went Duke. I can say Alabama. I don't have any vetoes left.
Michigan State.
I would go Auburn.
We're going Auburn too. The state of Alabama has taken enough L's the past couple days. Basketball, tornadoes. We need some good things coming our way.
Yeah, frail prayers for anybody that's infected. There's no way. We're gonna put 4 1 seeds.
It's gonna be Florida and.
You know what? This bracket won't be bad because we did enough episodes. We just didn't do them late enough. We didn't just continue it, but that's fine.
This will actually probably be high percentile.
They usually don't continue. They usually die out.
Yeah.
Florida.
Sure.
Florida.
I know where this is going. Houston. Duke,
Man,
Houston, Auburn.
Florida. 4-1 seeds. This has happened to one time.
This is a great Final Four, though.
It is an awesome Final Four. Florida.
I just bet y'all wish y'all had Duke or Houston instead of Florida in the Final Four.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that they were the 4th.
I'm going Florida.
Veto.
Are you going to?
Yeah. No, because I want to win the bracket. So Florida. Florida versus Duke.
Yeah. And Florida's winning.
Duke wins.
Florida wins.
Veto.
You have it. Yeah, okay.
Honest to God, y'all can out veto me, so it doesn't really matter. You still have veto.
I don't have one.
Let's talk about this for a second.
Duke has the most talent. I mean, I'd be okay with it. Cooper Flagg will be healthy. If there's anybody that can keep up with Florida, it'd be them. They have the defensive big man to do it, and they also have 3-point guys.
Let's go with Duke.
Duke's fine. I'd be okay with it.
Let's go with Duke.
How many total points?
It won't be Auburn. It'll be more like
160, 165.
No, it'll probably be more like when Auburn and Duke played, like 84-78.
So we'll do 160.
160s, 165. Don't
veto. They're scoring 2 points.
Okay.
All right. Boom.
Coors Light.
Yeah. How do I submit? Oh, right here.
Submit. It's fucking right there.
Enter your email. Okay, well, I'll do that after. Y'all don't get to see my stuff.
I don't want to see how the pornies look at.
Let's see your Gmail inbox.
No. I'll get off this.
Ball Knowers podcast. Who's that? You got another podcast?
You got another podcast?
All right. I mean, that's our first one.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're gonna get together and we're all gonna give our 3 individual brackets. So each of us we're gonna talk through which ones that we think is gonna happen. And yeah, also I didn't show you on there, but the tournament challenge is just type in it's the weekend's over and it's a public bracket and you can just enter yours there. But yeah, that was it. Sorry for 4-1 seeds, kind of chalky, but I feel like we had a lot of upsets in there too as well. So.
I will say that Jay Billis did 4-1 seeds this year. So it's not like we're just being like homers. And if we were being homers like we were in the first bracket,
Just there's such a gap between
Auburn
the
versus
first and
Alabama.
2 seeds.
Also, I will say this: if anybody calls me out because we got Alabama out, they can both say I've tried to take Auburn out in the Elite Eight. So, like, I legit did. So, like, we weren't being homers. It's just,
And I'll say this: I really do think Alabama and Auburn both have a really good shot at getting to the Elite Eight. And I think for Auburn that would be a little bit of a disappointment because
Alabama absolutely the successful season.
Alabama absolutely successful season. I think Auburn.
With all the injuries,
they should be a Final Four team. I think they have the talent to be a Final Four team. I think Alabama has the talent too, but I think we just in some matchups we can only play one way. Auburn can mix it up and play different ways and to win, but if we make the Elite Eight, that's a great season for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think injuries, Latrell being out really.
Oh yeah.
He was a big part of our team, but he's our best 3-point shooter.
I really hope nobody loses early this year.
If y'all lose to Alabama State, it's happening.
I'll kill myself.
I mean, honestly, the one thing I'm scared about, this is kind of just the last thing we're talking about before we get off of here, is I'm scared of that second round matchup. St. Mary's is a very interesting game, and also
good, yeah.
Auburn,
BYU
Louisville
would be scary. So
hell, Auburn playing Louisville.
They beat Gonzaga twice.
Fingers crossed. Grant Nelson is good. He looked good. I think he'll be.
I think he'll be fine.
I don't think he plays first game, which is fine as long as we win it.
I'm worried about Auburn second round team, just so people don't think we're just like expecting Final Four.
One thing that we didn't mention, I'll talk about it in my next bracket tomorrow, is the two. Florida has a tough region. I know we had it really chalky, but they do have Maryland right there beside them, and Houston has Gonzaga right there as well, and also Florida has UConn. Houston has a lot of people stacked in their bracket with them. So
yeah. I'll say that Alabama and Auburn both got a better draw than Florida and Houston did, no doubt.
I think so. I think people will probably not say that because of the Lexington thing in Louisville, but like it is what it is. I think Auburn they did Auburn a solid by not giving them an SEC team in the 8-9 matchup.
They didn't give y'all UConn, so I mean,
I agree. Or Gonzaga. That's why I think that was the thank you moment. Yeah.
I will say I think Louisville's a little bit underseeded. I think they probably should have been a 7.
I think it should have been a 6, but
I don't think they're that good of a 7. So
they got one top 25 win this year. I would say it's like Auburn just got to win that game. Like Tennessee went there on the road and won by 22, and Ole Miss went there on the road and won by 28. So like you just gotta go win. If you don't win that, then you're just sorry. So
yeah.
It is what it is. And I'll be there. And I might run on the court and tackle somebody.
If Auburn loses, run on the court with his shirt off.
Okay.
And they'll make our podcast go crazy.
Paint the weekends over on your chest. And
on your ass cheeks and just clap them in everybody's face.
We'll talk about that more closer. We still have 2 more videos before I leave. So
yeah, but this is our initial bracket. Lots of fun talking. We'll see us tomorrow. We're going to do some more pick'ems for just our individual brackets and also talk about some more of who do we think is going to be like the upset teams that we actually are really confident in. But this has been the Weekends Over podcast. We hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.